This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
Got Georgia on my mind. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, baby.
That's nice. The tank's got Georgia on their mind. Got the Georgia on your mind. Let's go ahead and start this podcast.
Sure.
Where I will say,
hello, everyone. Welcome to the Streamvoid podcast, episode 138. That's right. I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is a stranger known as KurbStomped.
Hello.
And you can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Am I the stranger or are you the stranger?
We're both strangers to each other because it's been at least 3 weeks since we've recorded a podcast.
Oh, it's crazy.
And what is this podcast, you say? This is the Streamvoid podcast. This is the podcast about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes. Sure does.
It
Something
sure does.
Like that.
So, yeah, it's been 3 weeks of us being busy, extremely busy, camping.
Yep.
And or being sick and or working. So tell me how it's been.
Well, I only did one of those 3 things.
You sure did.
And that was sickness. So I've been sick for, well, I'm not contagious right now, but I'm still coughing and whatnot, sneezing for like over a week now. Wait, yeah, over a week. It's been over a week. That's why we didn't do a podcast last Sunday. So I missed a bunch of work because of that. And then other than that, I just worked, and work was nothing very exciting. The sickness sucked though. Like like 2 Mondays ago, 2 Tuesdays ago, I had like a tickle in my throat and I was like, oh, I'm getting sick. So I went home from work and then I was deadly sick. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I missed work from sickness. And then Monday, I worked for an hour in the morning and I went home. And then Tuesday, because I was like, maybe I'm good enough to work. And I wasn't. And then Tuesday morning, I woke up and was like, oh, okay, now I'm over it. Like, I'm still sick, but I'm not like deadly sick like I was. Like, I was coughing. I would cough for like a minute and it would be no relief from my coughs. And I would have to do this huge cough to try to like clear my lungs out. And then it would maybe work, but it would also be like, hey, my vision's blackened and I'm dizzy. So that's not good. And then, I've been working with coughing and in the smoke, and it's not a good combo.
No.
So
it's incredibly smoky.
Very tiring. I've been going to bed at like 9 o'clock at night. So the only thing that I did do before I was sick, and I think you were on vacation for, is I set a record on my Samsung Health app for steps taken in a day. I don't think I mentioned this before.
I think we might have.
Maybe.
I think we did last one. But
it's been so long.
I know, it has been so long.
Well, anyways, 31,000.
31,000. That's a lot of steps.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that was pretty much... Yeah, I did not do anything for these like weeks here. It's been pretty boring.
Yeah.
But I see that you've done a lot of things.
I did a lot of things.
Tell me about them.
Well, first of all, work's just been work. It's been very whatever.
Yeah.
I have not been enjoying myself.
That's work.
That is work, yep. So the first week that we missed, I was camping at Bonaparte Lake at the Spruce Grove Wilderness Lodge. Or Spruce Wilderness Lodge. It's not camping. We had the chalet. It had
like glamping.
Showers and running water that you could literally drink out of the tap.
Yeah.
Every other cabin around there doesn't have that. But oh yeah, it was the nerd group that went, which is good. That's like Ripsick and oh man, I can't remember their Twitch names. But another couple streamers plus Captain Caffey was up from the States because she is dating Birth by Default. So that's cool. That was interesting meeting her. And yeah, we had the chalet. It's just like, it was actually a very tiny cabin, a 2-floor cabin with only 1 bedroom.
Oh yeah.
And we had, the wife and I had the bedroom, and then there were 2 guys upstairs in single bunks, and then one of their girlfriends downstairs on the couch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was nice and warm. The lake was super warm. It was just great to go swimming in.
Nice.
We did a little kayaking around. And yeah, we talked about the game store a lot. Because everyone's there is a nerd. We played a game called, oh God, what is it called? Well, there's one called The Trolley Problem.
Oh yeah.
And
How many people did you murder?
It was interesting because you had to have uneven people playing. One person was the conductor, and then the other people were split into 2 teams, and you had to convince the conductor to run over the other people.
Oh yeah.
So you would have like a good card on one side, say like a 2nd grade science fair, and then another good, that would be your random card. And then you put another good card on there, like I don't know, your house, and then the other team would play an evil card on there, like Saddam Hussein.
Oh yeah.
And then you could put a modifier on there. So like the other team might put 2nd grade science fair, it's all human flesh. They all used human flesh on there as their modifier. And so the conductor would have to pick which truck to run over. And man, it was hilarious.
Nice.
The amount of cards that came up. And we played another game, which was super fun, called Bristol 1350, maybe? Whenever the Black Plague was going around.
Right now, I have
Europe. It's true. And it's a game where you can get the plague, but no one knows who has the plague. You can have like symptoms and stuff. So you'd be like coughing, but you're okay. You're just a little sick.
Is this like Among Us?
Yeah, kind of. But there's 3 carts, and these 3 carts have to try and get out of the city, and you have to try and like get out without having the plague while not letting anybody else have the plague get out and try and kill everyone with the plague. But then all the people with the plague are trying to like spread the plague, because if you don't have the plague, you want to get out without the plague. And if you have the plague, you want to infect everybody or kill everybody.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny how it works. Everyone just gets dealt symptoms cards face down, and symptoms cards have a certain value assigned to them. And if that value equals 6, you have the plague and you can't get rid of it.
Oh.
And so like there's dice rolls with 2 different icons, a rat and a apple, and then 3 different colors representing the carts. And the more colors that come up, the more your cart moves, or that color of cart moves. So you can like re-roll the dice, and if you have 2 rats that come up, then you have like a mingle. And so you give everyone puts their symptoms cards into the pile, and you add a new one in there, and then those get dealt out again. So your symptoms change and all that.
So you could end up not having plague?
You could you can't once you have the plague, you can't get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Your symptoms can go down, but you still have the plague.
Oh, okay.
So you can like elbow people out of the cart. You can jump into the next cart in front of you, and those people can have like modifier whip cards and be like whip you out back up to your own cart. It's hilarious. It's super fun.
Never heard of that one.
No, it's a Kickstarter one. It came out on Kickstarter, and man, yeah, it's super fun.
Interesting.
It's super fun. And then, after that week, I worked, of course. And then it was like deadlines were coming up. So I was like, all right, boys, who's working the weekend? I need somebody to work the weekend. And everyone was like, busy.
Oh, no.
So I was like, okay, I'll work the weekend.
Oh, wow. So
went out to Lytton and worked the weekend out there. And man, it was hot.
Yeah. No kidding.
It was hot. I think it was like 40. It hit 42 one day out there. Just like working in the back of the truck. The AC just doesn't quite make it to the back of the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super hot. You're outside testing fiber optics in the heat.
Nice.
In the scorching desert.
That sounds like Lytton. Fun.
It was all right. It was
terrible.
A lot of money.
That's good.
Anyway. And then, last Friday, we got the call. Lytton's under evacuation notice and evacuation alert.
Oh, good thing you did all that work, eh?
Yeah.
You're going to burn it down and then you have to redo it again.
That kind of. Because, the one area we had to pull out from is all like, that's all evacuation
crazy
alert.
That they still had that on the schedule, even though there's fires going on. You think they would have been like, save your time.
Well, it's every year there's fires, right?
Yeah, but still.
And Lytton hadn't burned down again yet in a couple years, I guess. Man, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many fires around right now. It's so smoky. Like all of the shoe shop is evacuated. Like Scotch Creek.
Yeah, it's not supposed to travel now.
No, you can't go anywhere.
There's supposed to be evacuations.
So a lot of my family, like on my mom's side, live at Adams Lake.
Oh yeah,
and so they're all evacuated as well.
Where'd they go?
Here.
Since
there's more family here. Yeah, my cousin's just staying up the hill.
Oh yeah,
and my aunt's just up the other hill.
Nice.
Yeah, it's insane. I got a couple pictures Scott sent to me from like Holdings Road, which is where they kind of live off of. Yeah, it's just torched.
Yeah.
Just absolutely torched. It sounds like my aunt's house got saved.
Oh, yeah.
Like it didn't get burnt, but we're not entirely sure about my other cousin's houses.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bananas. Yeah, everyone's just under evacuation. Everyone's coming here right now. Like even in the Yukon, like Yellowknife, was it? Is 20,000 people, and they all got evacuated. That's crazy.
And the whole province is on fire.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
My car died.
Oh,
as well. So we're having the timing chain for the valves broke a long time ago, probably from all the off-roading we were doing, which is why we got the Jeep, right?
Yeah.
And so I took it in to get that timing chain fixed, and they were like, the car's going to die eventually. Just run it till it's dead. It's an Elantra. It might last forever. It might not. So I was on my way up to Briscoe's house to do some headphone listening.
Yeah.
And I got downtown, got to First Street, red light, right? Start to go again on the green, hit the gas, and it feels like someone's just slammed on the brakes.
Yeah.
The car just goes, Arch! And I'm like,
crazy.
what the hell? And then it just goes again. I'm like, okay. So I turn off into that little strip mall there, and I like listening to it. And like, it's just pinging like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay. Cause one of the valve stems was bent from the timing chain breaking. And yeah, I think the valve actually broke now.
Oh yeah.
So I limped it home, sitting outside in the drive, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to sell this thing for parts and
see
if anybody wants it.
Oh my God.
And now I'm like, do I just buy another car just to tootle around? Because I don't want to be like using the Jeep the entire time.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, when you're that high off the ground, as you're just rear wheel drive in the winter, she doesn't do too well.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like having that front wheel drive low to the ground winter driving.
Yeah, no kidding. You're like the for your vehicle situation, you're like the opposite of everybody. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like, oh, I got the SUV, but it never goes off road. Whereas yours is like only goes off road.
Only goes off road.
You don't really use it for drive. I mean, you do drive it around town and everything like that, but it's for off roading. It's not for just driving around.
It's
town.
literally just for off roading.
Yeah.
I mean, I love driving it.
Yeah, of course, but.
And I would just drive it. But
a lot of these Jeeps that you see are never off road.
No, they're just like oh yeah, you look like you got the off road package, but I
never
see how
sparkly
clean you are.
Yeah. You got the winch, never been touched on the front.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could probably buy a beater for $200.
Probably
do what you need to do. So.
Yeah, a lot of the people that I've been talking to, I guess not a lot of people, but I can't remember his Twitch name either. My friend Chris, he's picked up a truck now. Like his whole friend group was all into race cars for whatever reason.
They were big Initial D fans.
Yeah. And so he's just picked up a brand new Canyon AT4 with the off-road package, and we went off-roading yesterday, but now his boss wants to get Gladiator, so I'm going to show him my Gladiator and tootle around and be like, yep, this is what you want to get. And now everyone's getting into off-roading and trucks and all that kind of stuff. So I might have some off-road friends to go off-roading with finally.
Cool.
I mean, I could go out with the Jeep Club, but they're always going out on like today, right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the only game I've been playing lately is To the Core.
What is is that the dome one or whatever?
No, it's an incremental. They describe it as an incremental mining game. Okay. But it has, I would describe it as if Yar's Revenge was a mining game.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like Yar's Revenge.
Yes. It's extremely pixel art. Like your ship is maybe 8 pixels, maybe 10 pixels. And all the planets are made out of just like a bunch of little blocks that are made out of maybe 8 pixels. Oh. But it's got like extremely satisfying sound effects and drum and bass music.
Okay.
So the first time you mine a planet out, you have fuel, right? And every time you mine a block, it takes a little bit of your fuel.
Yeah.
You have maybe 10 fuel. You use 1 fuel a second just flying around. So you get 5 blocks out of the planet and you explode.
Okay.
And then you slowly upgrade yourself into a block mining machine. And the whole point is just to get to the core, get the core, unlock new planets,
destroy them. And destroy them.
And destroy them. The upgrade tree is insanely huge. And you're running around with like $20 quadrillion trying to figure out what the hell to upgrade next. But it's going to take like $500 quadrillion to do so. It's like an idle game.
Yeah, it's
where you're dealing with ridiculous amounts of money and ridiculous amounts of resources. But yeah, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
The reason I was going up to Briscoe's house was because to do a little headphone comparison again.
Oh yeah,
because he picked up the Sennheiser flagship headphones.
Another pair of headphones?
The flagship headphones from Sennheiser.
Oh
the
my God.
HD 800s.
Do I want to ask how much these cost?
No.
Okay. These aren't the ones he had when he was here.
No, those are the Focal Clears.
So, oh my God.
So we were doing the side by side with those two.
Oh my God. I can only imagine how much they cost.
Yeah, they're it was interesting. It was interesting because the Sennheisers, the Focal Clears are not the Focal like top end, but the Sennheiser HD 800s are their top end. And it was a quite stark difference in the way it performed. Like the Focal Clears are just pin drops. You could just hear them. Yeah. Whereas the HD 800s, they were kind of muddled. His wife said it the best when she described how they worked. Like the HD 800s are, you're at the concert or you're at the party.
Yeah.
You can like see the party, you're at the party, you're not really at the party, kind of outside. Whereas the Focal Clears is like you're in the party.
Okay.
You are the party.
So like what's the plan with them? Like ones he wears when he's running and then the others are like for...
No, he's going to send the 800s back. They didn't perform to snuff.
Oh,
they
okay,
sure didn't.
Okay, I thought he was keeping both.
We did a good long comparison and I was like, no man, you're sending these back. These are not it.
Okay. I was like, wow, that's crazy to have 2 headsets like that, like high-end headsets. Just like, today, I think I need the rich tone of the HD 800s. Put those on.
Well, he found out that there was a shop down in Australia, high-end audiophile shop, closing its doors.
Oh, yeah.
Getting rid of all of their headphones, all of their focals for like extremely cheap.
Extremely cheap Canada or extremely cheap Australia?
Extremely cheap Canada.
Okay.
Like $2,000 headphones for $500 American. $2,000 American for $500 American.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy, especially because it costs so much to import that shit to Australia.
Yeah. So picked up a new set and we're going to try out the Focal Utopias.
Oh my gosh.
Which is Focal's top of the line headphones.
Oh my god!
So we're pretty excited to see how those are going to sound.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when he was here with those ones and everyone's trying them out. I'm like, oh, it sounds so good. And they're like, do you want to try them? And I was like, I'm going to put my little Samsung earbuds in and they already sound bad enough. So I don't need to like hear like Uber like God sounds coming to my ears and then put these in. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, oh, my $100 earbuds just don't stack up.
I know. I was coming home listening to music in the Jeep. I'm like, this sounds awful.
I know. I knew that would happen if I did it. So I was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, you got to kind of like reacclimatize your ears to like not as good sound.
Oh,
like,
this is mud sounds coming into my ears. Oh, I don't like it.
Yep. Yeah, it takes a couple days. Then you can readjust, and you're like, okay, I've slowly forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's why you can't eat good foods either. Then it's like, oh, now I have to eat hot dogs.
Oh, hot dogs.
Oh, well. It's all good.
Yep.
That's cool.
Other than that, I watched a couple things.
Well, can I just... Before we do that, you said you played To the Core.
To the Core.
I played a few games. Nothing major. I played State of Decay 2.
Yes.
Which I've been just messing about in, and, you know... That game, it's like... I can see why it kind of like was not reviewed very well when it first came out, because it was strictly just like a survival game out of the bat. Mm-hmm. It had a story like a bit, but it was kind of more just like collect stuff, build your base. That's it. But they've updated it so much. It's almost like No Man's Sky, where it's like it's changed so much because of all the additions they've done since it came out.
Yeah, it's
like a totally different game now, but they've added so much that I've been just playing it and just enjoying my time, you know, recruiting people. And they've there's so much. You recruit your little survivors, and they all have different abilities and perks and everything like that. And there's like 1,000 different things they can know, basically.
Yeah.
Like if you recruit a guy and they'll be like, worked for a magazine company. And that magazine company ability means something to like some ability in the game. Like they, you know, are better at doing a certain thing because of their ability from that. Yeah. So you're always looking at these guys that you can recruit, and you can find like these great abilities that really help your community out. So you're always upgrading that, and then you're upgrading your weapons and your bases and everything like that. So it's kind of grindy, but it's also really good. And they added in a story mode called Trumbull Valley, which is this sort of map from the first game redone. And the story is what like sort of takes place between State of Decay 1 and 2. So it's how the plague is, you know, changed up and everything like that. It's really getting me excited for State of Decay 3 whenever they finally show that off. Like they announced it, but they haven't really shown anything yet. Like there was a teaser trailer, but it was kind of like Microsoft Game Studios made it. Yeah. Not the company that made State of Decay. Yeah. So it's like got like zombie deer in it and stuff. And they're like, we don't have zombie animals. So there probably won't be that in the game, but who knows, right? Yeah. So I would recommend it. It's on Game Pass. I'm enjoying it.
Very good.
And I don't know. I guess I was sick in the head. So I was like, I'll play some Fallout 76. Like, why not? And I think I've been playing it more like it's just a Fallout game, not like an online game. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, it's kind of fun, actually. Just going around and doing the quests and like, you know... The only difference between like regular Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 is like there's other people running around or whatever. Yeah. But it's made to be kind of like an MMO where it'll be like, oh, we need you to go talk to these guys. And where are they located? Oh, on the other side of the map. So you have to go way the fuck over there, you know? Yeah. But it's kind of cool just running around finding like, oh, I found a blueprint so I can make a new wall for my base. And then you go build your base and design, you know, your whole encampment or whatever. And you can build it basically anywhere in the game. There's not like set spots. You can just be like, I want to build a base here. And then you just build a base and whatever, you know. It's kind of fun. I'm enjoying it. Interesting. Yeah, if you like Fallout, you might like this. The enemies are like, it's definitely MMO way that way where it's like, oh, this guy takes like 10 shots to kill. So I gotta like shoot him a bunch, you know? It's not like you're one-shotting. I mean, my build's probably not good, so I'm sure if I had a good build, it would be like one-shotting bad guys and stuff like that. But, you know, you have to upgrade your armor and weapons and all your buildies and everything, so I'm enjoying it.
I like when my RPGs have levels and you are restricted from going to places until you've got to that level.
No, that's not really this way. Yeah. No, you're not going to like RPGs ever again then, dude, because level scaling is like standard now.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't really like it either. But then again, when I revisit games with level scaling, I'm like, ugh, maybe I do like level scaling. So going back to Morrowind is like, I keep dying all the time. It's like, oh, I can't go into any cave because I'm too low level. Whereas in like Skyrim, it's like, I'll go fight that dragon. That's cool. Don't worry. I mean, there's still challenging things in Skyrim and stuff like that. Like, you don't want to fight a giant when you're level 1.
Mm-hmm.
But in Morrowind, it's like, oh my God, I get destroyed everywhere I go. So, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I don't really think I played too much of anything. I've been getting achievements for Game Pass. Like, Game Pass Ultimate has these, like, quests you can do, which gets you, like, Microsoft points that you can use to get gift cards and stuff.
Yep.
So I've been doing those every day, and it's like, get an achievement in a Game Pass game. So I've been going through Game Pass games that I've got an achievement in and just unlocking an achievement every day. So I've played a whole bunch of games, but I did complete Ark. I got every achievement in Ark. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, you played that game a lot to get all the achievements. Oh, no. I did not, because the console commands work on Xbox. So I just used all the console commands to lock one achievement a day. It would be like, oh, I have to beat the final boss of the game. Well, let me summon him right to where I am and then use the console command kill all. And kill him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I did that. Yeah, that game sucks. I hated it. I was so pissed that I got an achievement in that game. I was like, fuck, this game is terrible. But now,
hey, now you finished it.
Yeah, I legitimately
you killed the final boss.
I legitimately beat it in the course of playing it for 5 hours. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides GameClub.
Yes.
We'll talk about later.
Played some GameClub.
Yeah, dude.
That's for sure.
Yep.
I watched some things.
Tell me about him.
Apparently, they rebooted Futurama. Not rebooted, I guess. They added
like
another
new
season. They picked up for another season.
Yep.
And it's
Futurama.
It's Futurama.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
Yeah.
It was more Futurama.
Yeah.
It's like exactly like more Futurama.
Yeah, exactly. No change in the format. It's just more Futurama. And I'm okay with that.
I think all the voices were there except I think
oh yeah.
I think Hermes has a new voice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everyone else is like the actual voice actors. Like Bender and everything. Fry.
Yeah.
I think that's all the original voice actors. But Hermes sounded a little different to me. But I didn't actually look to see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Everyone sounded okay, but could be wrong. The professor sounded different to me.
That's probably just because he's actually older now.
Probably. Probably.
But Hermes was voiced by Phil Lamar, I think.
Oh.
Which, I don't know. He does so much voice work. I would have thought he would have just done it. But, I don't know. Maybe his voice has just changed and it sounded a bit different because he's older now, too. I think it's Phil Lamar.
Yeah, Phil Lamar.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
But,
it was like, it was funny enough, but it wasn't like, earth-shattering. Like, yes, this was totally like...
Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
They brought it back and this is incredible. It was like, yeah, okay. It's Futurama.
Yeah. I gotta go watch a couple more episodes and see.
I'll probably watch
They might just be
more,
easing everyone into the weirdness. I don't know.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Yeah.
Started watching Hitmonkey as well. Marvel's animated monkey assassin.
Yep.
It's really good. It's very good.
Okay.
It's very gory.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I don't know if you know the story of Hitmonkey.
No, I don't.
I won't spoil it because I think you should watch it.
Oh, should I?
I think so.
Okay.
Just watch the first episode and let me know what you think.
All right.
We'll talk about it later.
I'll consider it.
Sounds good. And then I also watched Guardians 3. I was like, oh yeah, Guardians 3 is finally out for me to watch for free on Disney Plus. And by for free, I mean for $14.99 a month.
Exactly. Was it very sad?
It actually was.
Yeah, that's what I heard is it's very sad.
It actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good as well.
I haven't watched it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I probably won't watch it. Maybe, who knows, if I'm bored one day. I saw the other two. They were enjoyable.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Christmas one, but...
Oh, I haven't watched the Christmas one either.
Oh, yeah.
This one's kind of more of the same. But yeah, it's a lot sadder.
Yeah. I don't know, like, the Marvel stuff has been so, like, hit and miss. But it's like, unless it's something I have to watch, I don't know if I'll watch it, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Though the other two were fine, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's, I don't know. Thor was fine too, but then you said whatever Love and Thunder was terrible.
Oh God, awful.
Yeah.
It's got its moments, but it's pretty bad overall. Guardians 3 is pretty good all the way through.
Who did that one? Was it James Gunn on
Yep.
that one too?
Yeah.
Before he left to go do DC stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think we were going to get a Guardians 3 because they were like, or a Guardians 3 with James Gunn because Disney was like, oh, you tweeted something 10 years ago. That
yeah,
was
but they
slightly
brought him back
problematic.
for Guardians 2, I thought. Or was
I think that
after
one was
Guardians 2?
already shoved out or ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to bring him back for Guardians 3.
Yeah, because then I think DC was like, yeah, we'll hire you.
Oh, yeah,
Marvel's
DC's
like,
all about it.
Okay, we'll hire you back too. But I think he's done with Marvel now because
I think
he's
so as well.
so much doing everything for DC.
Yeah, doing the DCU.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, see what it is. Blue Beetle?
That was before
That was before him?
Yeah.
Apparently that's supposed to be pretty good.
The trailer looked pretty good, but it's weird there's a Blue Beetle movie.
Yeah.
Like, did you know Blue Beetle?
No, not a clue.
Like, exactly. I knew Blue Beetle, but like, no one else does. But it's also not like the Blue Beetle I knew. It's like a different, it's like Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this is a different Blue Beetle. Like, I think the Blue Beetle I knew was like named Phil Cord or something like that. I can't remember his name. Where this is like a young kid it's like Spider-Man basically.
Yeah.
So.
Played by what's his face, who was in
I don't know.
In Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, I've never watched it.
Yeah.
So.
Cobra Kai is awesome. Maybe not for you though.
I liked it when I liked the Karate Kid when I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of more of the same except cheesier.
It's cheesier than an 80s kids action movie? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it's 2020 kids action series.
Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Memes and
that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible.
I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
I didn't watch anything, I don't think.
No?
Just lots of American Dad.
Classic.
Yeah, dude. It's so funny. Oh my god. Cracks me up every time I watch it.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. It's so good. It's Seth MacFarlane's best show.
Yeah.
By far. Yeah, it's better than American Dad or Cleveland Show or his spaceship movies.
Don't you mean Futurama?
No, he's not Futurama.
He's not Futurama?
No. That's Matt Groening.
Oh, yeah.
No, he did Family Guy, Cleveland Show, American Dad. What's the spaceship show he does?
The Orville?
The Orville. And then his stupid Ted movies. Once Upon a Time in the West or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, American Dad is the best. By far.
I see.
And if you disagree, you're wrong.
I couldn't get into it, but, you know.
Oh, you should watch.
I don't think I've ever really sat down and watched an episode.
It's totally like it evolves over time. It's kind of like exactly like The Simpsons or whatever, where it was like the start of The Simpsons. It was kind of like the Bart Simpson show.
Yeah.
But it evolved to be like, oh, Homer. It's more about Homer.
It's the Homer Simpson show.
Yeah. That's kind of the way the American Dad is too, where it starts off with, it's kind of like it's the Stan show because he's the American Dad, but it's actually the Roger show. So as Roger evolves as a character, it kind of becomes the Roger show. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's also like times where they'll do stupid shit where it's like, oh fuck, they added this koala bear for a while. Just the worst episodes of the whole series. But again, like the first few seasons if you go back and watch the first few seasons of Family Guy, they're not at all like Family Guy is. Yeah. It's kind of the way American Dad is too, where it's like a lot different. Mm-hmm. So I would say like start watching it when it's like widescreen. Oh yeah. This show's like 20 years old now.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah. So if you start watching like the widescreen episodes, you'll kind of probably be like, okay. So yeah. Yeah, but I don't think I watched anything else. Oh. I can't think of anything. I mean, I tried to watch this movie called Hell House LLC. Everyone said it was so good. It's found footage, like horror movie.
That's right up your alley.
It is, but I guess maybe because I was sick or whatever, I just was like, fuck this. So I'll have to retry it later, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Mm-hmm. Let's slide on over into a business update.
What business?
The Game Hub business.
Oh, the Game Hub business.
The GameHub.ca. You can go there right now. You can check out the website and everything that we are doing.
Okay. What are you doing? Tell me about it.
So we did a lot of I think we've locked down the building.
Oh.
And the building we're going to be using is on the North Shore, just like we wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
It's not the building that we were hoping to get that was right on the strip. It's a little bit removed from the strip, but it is 2,800 square feet. And it's big. It's going to need a couple of things done to it. We need to do some more wiring. We need to extend the flooring. We didn't originally want to take it just because of its cave-like appearance, but there isn't really any other place. The commercial real estate on the North Shore is very limited. I mean, there's a lot of room right now in the Brock Shopping Center, but we don't want to be out there. That's too far.
Yeah.
That's too far.
And what about the mall?
The malls, you can't be open. You got to be.
Oh, you have to close at 6 p.m.
You have to close at 6 p.m. And that's just when things start heating up.
Unless you have an exterior entrance.
Yeah. All the exterior entrances are used.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
We have, I think, 95% of our marketing research flyers out there. And we're trying to get some more responses to our survey. We have a lot right now. We're not quite we're like a couple points lower than where we should be, because you kind of want like between a 5% response rate is considered good.
Oh yeah.
And right now we're just about 4.
Oh yeah.
I think, but I think we have to hurry up and just get on with it. And from our response rate, if we extrapolate our data into a larger data set, it just works out. Like we'll be fine. We'll be making money.
Okay. That's good.
So yeah, now we're trying to figure out, I got to make an appointment with the real estate agent to get back in there, to have my electrician in there to see how much it's going to cost to get the electrical done the way we want it. We've been, doing a business plan takes a lot of time. That's all I did yesterday was business plan for like 8 hours.
Oh my God.
Just sitting here typing away of like everything we're going to do and everything.
Yep.
And everything. We got a lot of plans. I went up to one of the competitors, because Lorcana, which is Disney's trading card game, was released yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So I went up there just to check them out, because I'd never been up there, and that's Tumbleweed Toys, which is Canalis's largest toy store, and only toy store now. Kind of only toy store.
Isn't there one downtown? Or maybe was that where Tumbleweeds used to be?
That's where Tumbleweeds used to be, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've got a lot of board games up there. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, lots of cool like educational toys and other toys, Playmobiles, Lego, like Gravitrax, lots of little sciencey, experimenty things. It was pretty cool up there, and they had their staff is fairly knowledgeable on the games as well, which is nice. But yeah, I went up there. I was like, I should pick up a couple Lorcana decks so I can get in there and learn how to do this kind of stuff, because we want to be experts in everything that the Game Hub sells.
I see. You gotta know how to play.
Yeah, there's going to be regular training for every new game that comes in, because everyone is going to need to know. Everyone is going to need to know, so that anyone that comes in, they can be just like, "This is how the game works."
Oh shoot!
You want to, and there's going to be a demo copy. You want to open it up. You want to have a game. Let's go.
Oh, crazy! So you're gonna have to learn how to play Pokemon.
Gonna have to learn how to play Pokemon.
Yep.
I used to know how to play Pokemon.
That's easy.
Now I don't know how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn how to play Lorcana. I'm not entirely sure. I guess Walmart would probably have Lorcana decks.
Probably.
Because when I went to Tumbleweeds, they only had the Emerald Ruby deck, which is Cruella de Vil and Aladdin.
Ooh, ultimate combo.
Ultimate combo. And the other combos that I know of are Scar and Elsa, which is like, what a combo.
I guess one good guy, one bad guy.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, it's a fairly easy game to pick up. I wonder
why is there no like Mickey deck? Like that's a weird selection they did.
Yeah. I don't, there's another starter deck, but can't remember what it is anyway.
Maybe those will be expansions later down the road.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get booster packs and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, I guess Elsa's probably more popular than Mickey Mouse now, but yeah. I don't know.
Disney's going to have to start cranking out more movies and lore to get more
I think they've got 100 years of lore. They'll be okay. And they'll have like, here's the Star Wars set.
Oh,
here's the Marvel set.
Marvel set, yeah. Okay.
Here's the Star Wars set.
Here's the Alien set.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I guess now that they own Fox and all that kind of stuff, they got all, and Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilm. They got all kinds of stuff they could do with
Here's the Maniac Mansion set.
Day of the Tentacle set.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm into it.
There you go.
So yeah, things are humming along. We have a lot of competition trying to open up as well. And we're hoping we're going to be able to beat them to market. And yeah, and so the next week is just going to be business plan. Nice. Trying to get it all done. Because there's a lot of stuff to go through still. I thought we were going to be good after we got all this market research done. And I was like, oh, there's a lot of typing, a lot of things to consider still. Yep. So it's going to be busy.
No kidding.
Busy. Very busy.
That's for sure.
You also busy?
No.
What is also busy?
I don't.
Patreon.com/Streamvoid pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can get in there. You can throw money at the screen. You can help this podcast obtain its monetary value in real hard-earned dollary days.
Whatever the fuck that means.
I have no idea. That's just marketing jargon now.
That's some gobbledygook right there.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say. If you choose to support us through Patreon, you get access to our pre-show content, our post-show content. You get access to this podcast early, which is tonight, Sunday, instead of on Wednesday when it goes live on the RSS feeds.
Yes.
So if you want to listen to it on your Monday day of work,
do it.
Do it. You can do it. Throw money at the screen.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, let's get into some news.
Do it.
Shall we get into some news?
Yeah, do it.
Is that what we want to do?
May as well.
The news?
Sure, it's been a few weeks, but there wasn't a whole crazy amount of stuff going on.
No.
A little bit of stuff.
No. If you were going to give away a bunch of PS5s and a bunch of PCs, how would you do it?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't buy them myself. So I couldn't afford that.
Yep.
How would I do it? I don't know. I'd probably have a giveaway on stream, or I don't know, do some planning with some sort of company that does giveaways, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable. So you wouldn't just make an announcement on stream that you're going to be at this location in New York City, and we're just going to come here and we're going to give out all this stuff.
No,
you wouldn't do that?
Not in New York City.
Not if you're one of the biggest streamers around, like Cenat?
Not if I was no. Definitely not. Yeah, he caused like a riot in New York by giving away shit.
Yeah, and he didn't, the riots were just going on and he hadn't even shown up yet.
Yeah.
It was insane. He was saying, oh, maybe 1,000 people will show up.
Oh, yeah. Like, come on, dude. Maybe he's like, I don't know. That's kind of like ridiculous to think 1,000 people would show up as me looking at him, knowing who he is.
Yeah.
But maybe he legitimately thought like that's the kind of turnout he would expect,
Yeah.
But
he's got 6.6 million followers on Twitch.
Yeah. He's he holds the record for most subs of all time and whatever. Yeah. So he was going to give away some PS5s and, he got arrested for causing a riot.
Yeah. He thought his viewer base was going to be a little bit more calmer.
I don't know why you would think that. Even when you watch his streams, you shouldn't think that they'd be calm. Like there's people kicking down his door to get into his room and stuff like that. I know it's part of the shtick or whatever of his streams, but still. Yeah. Yeah,
kind of ridiculous.
And he kind of said on his... Because he kind of didn't say anything after he got arrested or whatever.
Yeah.
He came back and was like, you know what, I'm going to take a step back from streaming for a bit. And he probably was told to by his lawyer. Like, probably. You can't do that right now.
Yeah.
But he didn't think that he was going to have caused this trouble. He's sorry he caused the trouble, and in the future he'll do some planning with it or whatever.
Yeah,
it's cool that he wanted to give back and do all that thing, but that's kind of the way these big streamers operate. Is just like, oh, we'll just do it.
Yeah,
fuck it. Let's do it live.
We'll do it live. Let's go.
And it kind of there's a reason why there's companies that do these things, because this kind of thing has happened in the past.
Yeah.
So there's reasons why things are like this,
Yeah.
I would have probably went down. If I was in New York, I probably would have been like, yeah, let's check it out. I wouldn't have been riding though.
No, you would have been standing way down the street being like, I'm not going over there.
I would have been close enough to see, but not to enjoy the riding.
Not enough to smell. Not close enough to smell.
No.
You can see it, you don't want to smell it.
Exactly.
I guess he was thinking 100 people, and they drew over 2,000.
100 people? That's crazy to think he would get 100 people.
Only 100 people.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You get 100 people here if you were giving away PS5s.
Yeah.
Over 100 people.
Yeah.
Like, there's 100 people lining up for a PS5. Like, to buy one. So we're giving them away? Like, there'd be people. And what was he going to do? Just, like, throw them into the crowd? Like,
I don't know. Like, that's the worst idea.
Who can scream
Here's
the loudest?
Here's your PC. Just throwing them into the crowd.
Who
like,
can
what
scream the
hell?
loudest?
Yeah.
You get a PS5.
It's like, nope. No one's lining up. Everyone's trampling each other to get a couple $1,000s in merch. That's just how it is.
Especially when it's like young people.
Oh, yeah.
The TikTok generation that don't know how to act.
Going wild.
Yeah, basically. It's like, I didn't get a PS5, but let's smash up the Starbucks now.
That seems appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's go into Target and just take a PS5.
Yeah. That's appropriate. Appropriate behavior.
It's not a felony anymore, so they're cool with it. It's a misdemeanor in most states now.
Oh, a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Cool. Rioting and looting is a misdemeanor?
Well, no, that's why all these people are stealing from Targets now.
Oh.
It's because it's not a felony.
It's just a misdemeanor.
Under 900 or something like that, it's a misdemeanor, so you just get a slap on the wrist.
You just go in there, steal a packet of chicken, good to go.
No, they're walking out with like TVs and stuff like that. Because also the Target head office is just like, just let them do it. Don't stop them.
Don't stop them.
And then when the Target closes in your neighborhood, you go, what? Why?
That's weird.
I don't get it. It's weird.
That is weird.
I wonder if that's happening here in Canada. I don't think I ever see video like that here.
We're Canadians. We're much better behaved.
Even the kids?
Yeah, even the kids.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I never hear of anything like that really here.
No.
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just Canada's superiority, I guess.
I guess so. Next up. Xbox 360 store is shutting down for good in 2024.
I saw this and I was like, what? That's so fucked up.
Is it,
What if I want to get these games? And I was like, oh, wait, I can still get them on Xbox Series X. They just mean you can't buy them on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So, it sucks because, like, how much can the server costs for hosting the Xbox 360 stuff really be?
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's 20 years. The servers have been online for 20 effing years, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they looked at the amount of people who are logging into Xbox 360s and been like, okay, there's like 5.
Yeah, there's not that many for sure. But, you know, there's people that's still doing it. The main thing, though, is that there's a lot of games that are not backwards compatible that are only on Xbox 360. There's like 100 or something games that are going to be gone. You can't play them unless you buy them now.
Yeah.
And have them on your Xbox 360. Are the games good?
Arguably.
I mean, good is relative, right?
Yeah.
But there's not anything on there that's going to be like... Because I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to go on my 360 and like get these games that I want to play that I never bought. And then I was looking at the list of games that I won't be able to play, and I just was like, oh, never mind. It's fine. There's like one game where I was like, oh, I should get that. But even then, it's like, whatever. Because if I'm still going to have my 360.
Yes.
So no problem there. And then a lot of the games are backwards compatible. And the ones that aren't, okay, I'll play it on my 360. No big deal, right?
Yeah.
So it does suck, but it has been 20 years.
It has.
It's been going on, like, literally. Well, not quite 20 years, but yeah.
If you've been playing your 360 for that long of time and you haven't upgraded yet, it's probably time.
Yeah, I mean, but some people, you can't afford that, but,
It's been 20 years. They could have been saving that whole 20 years.
I guess so. But the one thing that does suck is that, like, for games that aren't backwards compatible, you can't get the updates for them.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's, like, a,
game-breaking bug.
Yeah, or just, like, DLC or any of that stuff, you won't be able to get. You have to get it before it goes down in 2024. So, I mean, I'm sure all this shit is available legally anyways. Like, it's all been backed up. It's all already done.
Yeah.
So if I really need to play like fucking Cloning Clyde in 2025, I'll be able to download it illegally, but it's just sucks that it's
Abandonware.
It'd be nice if it was all backwards compatible. I think going forward, pretty much everything on Xbox, if there's another Xbox system, like a Xbox Series X2 or whatever,
Xbox Series Y.
I think everything is going to be backwards compatible going forward, where it's not an option. Whereas that was the deal with Series X when they brought in the backwards compatibility. Yep. They asked them, hey, do you want it to be backwards compatible? And they were like, the publisher could say yes or no.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think that's going to be a thing. But I mean, whatever. It's better than Xbox is doing it better than Sony, so it doesn't really.
That's true.
Like if I want to play a PS3 game, it's like, well, better get your PS3.
Yep.
So, but the PS3 store is still open.
Yes.
So, and then there was a lot of backlash when they said they were going to shut it down and they decided not to. So maybe the same thing will happen here.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, it was I did turn on my 360 to just, take a look around. It's wow, it's really slow. It's really slow to operate that thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got rid of my 360 a long time ago, and by got rid of mine, I'm pretty sure I gave it to the X.
Oh yeah.
So
I
don't know.
I have 3 somehow. I knew I had 2 because I have a Japanese one and a North American one, but then I was like, oh, there's a third one here.
Interesting.
I was like, where did this even come from? Because it's like the old one, which I didn't think I had anymore. I only had 2 Slims, I thought, so I don't even know where it came from.
Weird.
Anyways, I'm going to play a game on the 360 shortly.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. One of the non-backwards compatible ones.
What one?
Well, I have Game of Thrones. I really want to play Telltale.
Okay.
Among Us, and I'm like, I have the Game of Thrones one, so that'd be pretty good. So I'm going to play that. Okay. Because I can't play the Wolf Among Us as much as I want to.
You sure can? There are some men. They were at Gen Con, and they walked out with $300,000 of magic cards.
Yeah, pretty ballsy maneuver.
Yeah, they just loaded them up on a hand cart and carted them out there.
Well, yeah, no, it was a pallet jack. They took a whole skid of them. So they just used the pallet jack.
Oh, yeah. Pallet jack and a hand cart.
Jacked them right out. Easy peasy. So this article is from Kotaku, and it said it was updated with more information.
Oh?
And it said, they identified the 2 guys. They're like New York. I don't know. People from New York or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was literally updated with one line, no information linking about where it said it or anything like that. It just said, oh yeah, they've been identified. And nice update here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just took a whole pallet and pulled it out into the parking area. I don't know, loaded them into a car, drove away. Pretty crazy. But that's kind of the way it works for this stuff like this.
Yeah.
You just look like you know what you're doing and no one will say anything.
Exactly. I mean, it looks like
badges
they had
or
lanyards.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you just look like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and no one will say anything.
And do it confidently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the people that own the cards are there, like a security guard's not going to know that you own the skid or not.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like, it looks like he owns that. Okay, goodbye. Sure. Have a fine day.
Yeah. That's all you got to do.
My roommate's uncle did that. He didn't steal something, but he snuck into a Kiss concert hours and hours before the show. He just looked like he was supposed to be there. He was carrying his camera and looked like he was supposed to be it, so he snuck in and filmed their warm up.
Nice.
Yeah. This was before they weren't really using no makeup either, so they're on stage doing their sound test with no makeup, and he recorded the whole thing. Cool. This was with VHS, way back in the day.
So he had just all dressed all black, put on a little high vis vest, and
just walked in. This was down in Seattle. He just walked in the entryway, at the loading area at the back. Yep. Just walked into the arena.
That's great. Yeah, I love it.
Do it with confidence. So this is a good idea for you to get some stock.
Yeah, it is. So Disney confirmed that none of the stock that was stole was any Lorcana.
Yeah, because it wasn't out yet. So that was the rumors. They store Lorcana.
Yeah. Well, I think they were presenting it there.
They were
showing it off a little bit.
Yeah, you could buy it there or give it. They were giving it away or something.
Yeah.
but it wasn't out for general sale yet.
No, it sounds like what they stole was mostly Commander Masters sets and Collector's boosters, which are super expensive.
Yeah.
Not as expensive as this one Lord of the Rings booster.
The skid was only 3 feet tall, and it said that it was like worth $300,000. So
yeah.
They're obviously pricey stuff for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Speaking of pricey stuff,
Uh-huh.
Lord of the Rings card, the One Ring, sold
Uh-huh.
for $2.6 million.
Yep.
To our good friend, Post Malone.
He's your good friend?
He will be.
Wow, that's crazy.
We have a goal in the store,
Uh-huh.
and that is to get Post Malone in the store.
Oh, wow.
Playing Magic.
Crazy. You're going to have some drugs there or something, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just go down the street.
No. He doesn't do fentanyl or whatever. Well, maybe he does.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've seen him pretty fucked up before.
Yeah.
So he's on something for sure.
The rumor is that he started a music career to pay for his Magic addiction.
Oh,
that's the rumor. Who knows?
Who started that rumor? You?
Probably.
Yeah. So this dude got the One Ring, got it verified, and got a 9 from CGC or whatever.
Yeah.
And Post Malone's a Magic the Gathering enjoyer. So he bought it from Buddy.
Yeah.
2.6. And Buddy that sold it said like, oh, I wanted it to go to someone who's a real fan, and I know Post Malone's a big fan, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, now, if someone offered you $3 million, you wouldn't have sold it to Post Malone.
Nope.
Come on,
Sure wouldn't.
So Buddy bought it, and this guy that bought it has been posting on TikTok talking about selling it to Post Malone and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he just said saying stuff like, this is like life-changing money for me.
100% life-changing money.
So, he wasn't ever going to keep the card. As soon as he got it, he knew he was selling it.
Oh, yeah.
But what I realized is I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard a song by Post Malone.
No?
I don't think so. I've been kind of avoiding it, I think.
I guess now you're going to have to start.
Why?
I don't know. Just to see.
No,
just to see what it's all about.
I don't think I would enjoy his music just from looking at him.
Are you judging a book by its cover?
Oh, big time. Big time.
You're not supposed to do that.
I don't know, dude. He seems like a pretty chill dude, though. So,
oh, yeah.
But
yeah, he seems like a chill dude.
I just can't imagine that his music would be something I would enjoy.
It's just all guitar and mumbling. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I don't enjoy.
I don't know. I cannot recall a single Post Malone song, but I know I've listened to some.
There's a lot of them where I've been like, oh, I've never heard a song by like this artist before. Intentionally.
Yeah.
And if I started to hear him, I ran away, so I have to hear it. And then I'd be
you
like,
wouldn't stick your fingers in your ear holes? You just run away?
Yeah, basically. I'd be like, oh, that was that person? Oh, that's the first time I ever heard him. What? Like, well, yeah, I intentionally avoided it. Let's say you were Post Malone. Famous musician?
Sure.
Would you buy the One Ring for $2.6 million?
If I had a hot 2.6, just burn a hole in my pocket?
Yeah,
sure.
if you were like Post Malone money-wise.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I'd frame it. Put it on the wall and be like, check out my $2 million card.
You're not going to shuffle it up or anything, are you?
It'd be funny if I did.
Imagine that, though.
I mean, the first bounty was just to throw it in a volcano, so.
Yeah, but do you think they were going to do that?
Might have.
No, you're not going to spend $2 million to throw it in a volcano.
No, it's only $500,000 throw it in the volcano.
You're not going to spend $500,000 to throw it in a volcano.
I mean, if I had that kind of money burning a hole in my pocket.
I guess so. You could call it an art piece and then write it off on your taxes. I guess if it was something I enjoyed, I would maybe, but I don't know. Nowadays, for me, I'd just be like, I guess it's different if I had a $2.6 million to him is probably like $200 to me. So it'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I like that. I'll buy it $200, But I mean,
if you got, it's like you enjoy something and you got just money laying around.
I guess so, but there's nothing that's
just how rich people work.
There's nothing. I guess maybe it's an art piece. I guess maybe if there was like a really cool piece of art,
yeah,
that I'd buy it. But like, I wouldn't buy like, I can't think of anything I would buy nowadays. Like before, I'd be like, oh, I gotta buy that like limited edition controller, Xbox controller. Yeah, I gotta buy that.
I mean, you already did.
Which one?
You got the limited edition KurbStomped controller.
That was
one of one.
That's serialized. I never thought of that. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing now where I'm like, I gotta buy that. I gotta have it. I'll be like, that's cool, but I don't.
Well, it's like the Starfield special edition with the watch.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool, but no, I don't.
Yeah, that'd be something in your wheelhouse that you might be like, oh yeah, but like, no,
that's only $200. So I could do that.
You could do it,
and I'm just like, what's the point?
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess
it's like you said for Post Malone, $2.6 million. That's like $200 for you.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Whereas he's like, yeah, okay, maybe he was really high. I guess I don't know. Maybe if I was really high, I would. Actually, yeah, if I was really high, I probably would have bought the Starfield thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
If you had some alcohol in your blood
or anything, like whatever, just a really hot lot of amount of caffeine or something like that.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna wear it. It's gonna be great.
No, it's an art piece. It just goes on the shelf, collects dust, you know.
That's like any big box PC game ever for me. If I see it, it's going on my shelf.
Yeah. Someone's got to buy it.
Yes,
but it's like, you gonna sell it in a year down the road or something like that?
I don't know.
Or is he just gonna hang on to it?
He'll just hang on to it
until he needs the money.
Yeah, because I don't know how long that's gonna stay of that value.
Well, there's only one.
There is only one.
So
one of one. Actually, technically, there's a bunch because there's a ton of ripoffs.
Yeah, but there's only legitimately. Yeah. We know where the one is.
Yeah, everyone knows where the one is.
And he cannot get it regraded.
Nope.
You can't crack it and regrade it.
Nope.
I guess you could send it to a different grading company just to compare how they grade it or whatever.
Yeah. But then they get their filthy mitts all over it again.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be exposed to oxygen again? Come on. You can't
oh my God, no.
You can't do that.
Nope, exactly. I'm going to get my Funko Pops graded. I wonder if that's a thing. It has to be, right?
I don't know, because they're...
I think so. There has to be a grading.
Probably.
They got a grade. Dude, they're grading VHS tapes, so they're grading anything.
Because the Funko Pops, the more rare ones, are worth quite a bit.
Yeah,
to some people.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was a story I didn't put on here about Funko Pop. There's two, because there's one about how some Willy Wonka giveaway one sold for like $280,000 or some shit like that. Because it was like a golden ticket, legitimate one where they made 10 of them and 5 went to employees of Funko Pop, and then the other 5 were given away at like Comic-Con, where you had to like get a Funko chocolate bar, and if you got the golden ticket, then you got
interesting, yeah.
And the other story was how they threw away like $1 million worth of Funko Pops in the dump because it was cheaper to throw them away than to try to sell them. And I was like, that is future landfill.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard that kind of story before.
Yeah, exactly. In 50 years, they'll be over there like the Atari.
Yeah. Digging them up.
ET's digging them up.
Look at these Funko Pops.
Exactly. Crazy.
Next up, some more Magic the Gathering news.
So much nerd talk here.
They've had a lot of crossovers lately. In the past couple of years.
Like Lord of the Rings.
They had Transformers. They had Dungeons and Dragons. And now on the docket is Fallout, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed.
Wow, video games.
Yeah, video games.
So, kind of weird there's no Elder Scrolls on that list.
Huh.
Wouldn't you think that would be like the perfect fit?
You would think so.
Doesn't that almost make you think there's like an Elder Scrolls card game coming, maybe? Wouldn't you think Elder Scrolls would fit really nice more than Fallout? So I'm not interested in Assassin's Creed 1. That just sounds whatever.
Yeah.
To me. Fallout, it's, I don't know, like, I never thought really technology was too good for Magic the Gathering, personally. It's not called Technology of the Gathering.
I mean, they did Transformers as well. So.
I know, but that one's even weirder to me.
The cards are super cool.
Final Fantasy sounds interesting.
Yeah, that would work.
Like, but even the more modern Final Fantasies are like technology based. Like Final Fantasy 15, and you're like driving a car around.
Yep.
Like whatever.
Shooting guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's supposed to be like Final Fantasy through the ages, right? So, like, what do you think? Like, okay, let's imagine they want to recreate the Lord of the Rings magic and mayhem. Like, what do you think is The 1 of 1 in Fallout.
In Fallout, I would have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be.
Because there isn't really any focus on a legendary artifact where there is only one.
Well, in the olden style games, back in the day when you were playing Fallout 2, it would be the Gek, right? The Garden of Eden creation kits. Because that was like the whole goal of you leave the vault because you need to find a Gek. So, if anything, I would say it'd be like a Gek or something like that. But they don't really do the Geks in any of the modern Fallouts. Like, I don't think there's anything about those in Fallout 4 or 3 or anything like that.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, what would it be? The Apple of Eden, I guess, maybe? Like, do you remember any of Assassin's Creed?
I don't remember anything.
You didn't play very much.
No, I only played half, a quarter, an eighth of the first game.
Well, the whole story of Assassin's Creed is aliens, basically.
Okay.
So, no, it is.
Yeah.
And the whole story of Assassin's Creed 1 is you're doing the memories of Desmond. Or is it Assassin's Creed 2? Anyways, you're collecting video clips of Adam and Eve escaping with the Apple of Eden from the spaceship. Basically how aliens brought people to Earth. And the Adam and Eve are escaping with the Apple of Eden, which is like the most powerful item in the Assassin's Creed universe. That's what all the Templars and everything are fighting over, is to find the Apple of Eden. So it could be something like that. But Final Fantasy, that's a little more in your wheelhouse. You know a little more about Final Fantasy.
I know a little bit more about Final Fantasy,
be the
but there's so many Final Fantasies.
Yeah, it'd be a crystal of some sort.
Probably.
Yeah. It'd have to be.
Like, Final Fantasy works very well in the Magic format, the Magic rule, I think.
I think so.
Same with, like you said, anything Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, maybe there's an Elder Scrolls card game in the works. Like, they have an Elder Scrolls card game online. Like, it's like Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Legends, which I enjoyed a lot more than Hearthstone. I wish they hadn't stopped creating it. But it's like, yeah, why the hell is there no Elder Scrolls on this list? Maybe they wanted licensing too much, but I can't see the Fallout. The Fallout would be worth just as much as Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Maybe they are doing it, or it's in their wheelhouse of things that they want to do, but they haven't really reached out to do it yet.
No. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to do their own thing or something. But Final Fantasy, like the Sephiroth 1 of 1. You have the 1 of 1 Buster Sword. Cloud's Buster Sword.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't. I don't think anything works
Eris
the way...
1 of 1.
I don't think anything works the way that the Magic the Gathering one did. I don't think they can capture...
Well, they're going to try.
They're going to try. I don't think it's going to work.
Or maybe it's just a Sephiroth with like special art that's 1 of 1 or something like that.
Yeah. NFT Sephiroth.
No. I'm more interested in the Final Fantasy one than the Fallout one, I think. And the Assassin's Creed one, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, really. I would say I'm in agreement on that as well.
Though, like, wouldn't it be cool if it was like 8-bit art on some chase cards or something like that for Final Fantasy?
I mean,
like you have a black mage.
Yeah. They did say that it would encompass stuff from the original.
Yeah, but I would imagine it's going to be like the artwork that was done by what's his name?
Those will be the collector's edition ones.
Yeah, but I think it'd be cool if there was like 8-bit art style.
Oh yeah, well I think they will do that, but it'll be on the collector's edition card. So you're going to pay $20
and you can't even play them though. Like, I don't understand. What's the point?
You can play them, just not on every format.
Oh, you can't play them in a tournament.
You can't. Yeah, they're not.
So, but when you're in a tournament, they're in sleeves and everything, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, like, what does it matter what it looks like?
Oh, it's just the mechanics.
What? There are different mechanics on these ones than the regular Lord of the Rings ones?
No, these collectors doesn't matter. You can play those, yeah, for sure. But it's just the Lord of the Rings has different mechanics that don't mesh well.
Oh, I thought you meant this specific artwork style.
That specific artwork style is fine.
Oh, see, I was so confused. I was like, what does it matter?
What does it look like?
Oh, you're talking if you're okay. If you're playing in a Lord of the Rings tournament, you can use these cards.
Yeah, and I think they're legal in Commander, but I don't think they're legal in like standard.
Unless the card has the exact same name.
Yeah, and the exact same mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, I was so confused.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you meant you couldn't use these just on principle. I was like, what the? Why would anyone buy them then?
Yeah, just because they're cool. Yeah, and the chance to get a card worth $2.6 million.
Yeah,
in those ones anyway. But yeah, the new sets that come out, they're not... I'm pretty sure they're going to be just like this, where you can't play them in standard formats.
But couldn't they say this is included in standard? I guess they could, right?
Yeah, they could.
They just don't.
They just don't.
Okay, I understand now. I get it. So when the Final Fantasy sets come out, I get the staff discount.
You get the friends and family discount for sure.
Oh, sweet.
We'll order you up a special one just for you.
Sweet. I probably don't want any. We'll see.
Yeah, oh man, so many people so happy.
We'll see.
Speaking of people being happy, Baldur's Gate 3.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, the memes are real on everyone being like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do a game first release.
Well, right? I mean, anyways, that's a whole other thing where it's like this game had like the craziest budget of all time. So,
but when is Baldur's Gate 3 coming to Xbox?
Yeah, I want to know, dude. Can you tell me when?
I didn't read the article.
Oh, okay,
but let me peruse it.
Okay, I can tell you.
Never.
They're trying. They're trying. So, can you guess why, without perusing, why it's not on Xbox right now?
Because the code doesn't match up, even though they're the similar chips to the PS5.
No, that's not the reason why. Can you guess another reason why?
Because they have signed exclusivity.
Nope, that is a good guess, but no, there's no exclusivity. Technical reason. The
Xbox hard drive isn't big enough.
No. It's because Xbox, to release a game on Xbox, it has to run on the Xbox Series X and the Series S. And you can't cut anything to make it run on the Series S. And it won't run on the Series S. It runs, but not well enough for them, is what they said.
Wow.
So that's why it's not out. Because they can't get split screen to really work on it. Stuff like that.
Crazy.
So they're trying, and they said that Microsoft's engineers are working with them to get it going and everything like that, because obviously Microsoft wants this to work on the Xbox because, well, first of all, it looks dumb as fuck that they can't get it going on the system, basically. It makes Xbox look dumb, which is kind of true.
Yep.
Because I want to play this game. Excuse me. And I don't want to play it on PC. Excuse me, everyone. I could play it on PS5, but nah.
You could play it on PS5. You could literally hook your PS4 or not your Xbox controller to your PC and have a similar experience.
Yeah, but I don't get achievements.
You don't?
On Xbox. Oh. I get them on Epic or whatever, but I don't care about that. I've played Baldur's Gate 2, I think, back in the day.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I would like this one too. And I want to play it. Please make it happen. So they're saying it's probably not going to make it for this year on Xbox. It'll probably be next year. So I can wait.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come to Game Pass.
That'd be great.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Or maybe it will. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe Xbox will, Microsoft will be like, here, here's a ton of money. Let's get it on Game Pass.
Yeah, or maybe they're giving them free engineering work to help them get it running, so they'll just instead of paying for it, they can just put it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to play it.
I haven't seen anything on it. All I know is that everyone's saying is like, oh, this is how games release should work.
Yeah, it should just work out of the gate with no glitches.
The Baldur's Gate.
Oh my gosh. Did you ever play Baldur's Gate?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I was looking at it and the artwork all seems familiar and I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would have been a long time ago.
It looks like a good story-based RPG with good writing and interesting mechanics. If you think you can do it in this game.
Yeah?
Well, I saw a clip of a guy on TikTok being like, wait, I can equip a salami? And he's like, I can equip a salami. And then he's like, wait, can I dual wield salamis? So he was attacking with 2 salamis.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love dual wielding salami.
Exactly. So I'm excited to play it. But I might have to just do it on another platform.
Or wait a year.
I can wait.
Yeah, you can.
Starfield's out in less than a month.
Yeah, that's going to suck up all your time.
Lies of P is out in less than a month, too. Those are both on my agenda.
Yep.
They're both pre-installed, ready to go.
Very good.
So, yeah. I'm ready.
Very good.
For both of those. So I can't even play Baldur's Gate. I don't want Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, nah. It's
I can't
garbage game for garbage people. You don't need it.
Psha. Get that out of here.
Let's talk about Mr. Beast for a second.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you talk about him.
Mr. Beast brought out a new video called the Mr. Beast Olympics.
Okay.
He brought in one person from every country in the world and had them compete in like an Olympic style, quote unquote, because it wasn't really, it was more like most extreme elimination challenge. And for winning, and the prize was $250,000. Well, a $250,000 solid gold, whatever. And it must have been
gold Mr. Beast bust.
Well, it's like a medallion, like a gold medal.
Why? Why not just the money? Then you have to sell that thing. Oh my god. Anyways.
But yeah, it looked like it was actually solid gold or mostly gold because he couldn't hold it. He was like holding it the entire time it was around his neck. So it was so heavy.
Yeah.
But I watched it right when it came out, just like a million other people, and it had like 1 million views in like 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
That was unreal.
Yeah, no
and it
kidding.
was like, it was one of his longer videos too. It was almost 20 minutes, which is crazy because he only ever does like just over 10-minute views or 10-minute videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good video. Lots of production went into this video. Like, holy man, the sets that he built.
Yeah.
And it was like over 5 days of competition.
Condensed down to 20 minutes?
Condensed down to 20 minutes, yeah.
What if I want to watch more?
You can't.
God damn.
That's how Mr. Beast videos work. It's like, oh, it's just 10 minutes. You want more? No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's cracked the algorithm and everything.
I don't think it's even cracked the algorithm. I think it's just YouTube promotes him.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't think there's any algorithm thing. I think it's just like, oh, he has a new video, it's front page.
Yeah.
I don't think it's algorithm based.
Probably not.
Because whenever I have to log into YouTube, because I'm not logged in, it's just fucking, I see his smiling face on the front page of YouTube every time.
Yep.
It's like, God damn, get this guy off my screen. Was the video was good?
It was good, yeah. It was very entertaining, actually.
I don't know, man. Just something about him.
Yeah?
I don't know. It's also weird. I'm going to expose myself a little bit right now. But for some reason, I'll look at a thirst trap video on TikTok, and then I'll click on the comments, and Mr. Beast will be the top comment. And his comment will be like, I have a yacht.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like, wow, he's watching thirst traps on TikTok, and
he might commenting. Not be. He might just be commenting on top viewed videos just to push his algorithm more.
I guess maybe, but I don't know, dude. It's just very weird to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I expose myself to that.
Yeah. Sometimes you fall prey to the thirst trap video. It's
all the time.
Everyone does. Everyone does,
dude. There's some really good memes, some really good formats going on there right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some good templates happening.
Yeah, dude. There's some good songs they're using, and the dances work pretty good with the songs. You know, Ice Spice. And,
no. I understand.
Other ones too. Yeah. Anyways, he's I don't know. I see they always try to show me clips of him on podcasts and stuff. And I'm just like, get this fucking guy off my screen.
I find him pretty interesting. I like hearing what he has to say on how all his videos work because, man, so much goes into them.
Yeah.
Especially this one where he had to like custom build so many sets for this.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but like he didn't do anything.
No, well, no.
It's not like he built the set.
Of course not.
Or edited it.
No,
or
sure
wrote
didn't.
it. Or brought anybody in. Like all he did was show up on set.
Yeah, probably.
He didn't do anything, you know?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. He just talks like he does all this hard work and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know if I buy that. You're just, you know, everyone else does it, and then you show up and put your goofy ass grin on for a bit.
I mean, he's got a good team, that's for sure.
I know, but I don't know. I guess I don't watch his videos. Maybe he's always like, these are the guys that make the magic happen. I don't know. No, he doesn't?
No.
Okay. Well, then I don't like him.
Here's another something you don't like.
Uh-huh.
Roblox.
Oh, yeah.
They've been accused of facilitating illegal gambling rings for minors.
Oh, what?
Apparently, so the article says is that you can link your Roblox wallet to third-party gambling sites from the Roblox homepage.
I mean, I think that's probably...
That's what the article says. I don't know how true it is.
I'm sure it's kind of like login with Roblox. It's like the same thing like login with Gmail. Is Google like facilitating illegal gambling when it offers the login with Gmail?
No.
I'm sure it's the same thing with Roblox where it's like against the Roblox TOS, but I mean, that's kind of the way YouTube and all those sites operate. We can't police it. It gets reported to us, then we'll take care of it. But until then... part of the TOS is like, you can't do anything illegal here.
Yeah.
And if you do, we'll shut it down once we're made aware of it, but we can't like manually check everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this probably is. I didn't look at this article, so I don't know for sure, but I mean...
it doesn't really say too much, only that it's going on and that it's illegal and whatever.
It's like, oh yeah, they've been doing weirdo shit in Roblox forever.
Yeah, sure
This
have.
is nothing new here. Roblox has just been like that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and anyways, illegal gambling. It's also like we sell you a fucking bow tie in Roblox for $10,000.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know? Because kids don't know the difference between what one Robux is worth compared to a real dollar you do.
Yeah, that's true. I like, I mean, I just watch, and it's weird too, because it's some of my favorite content. But when I watch Dangerously Funny and any of his Roblox content, because I don't want to play it, but some of the games are weird and interesting, and he just spends so much Robux on like getting up fast upgrades and stuff like that.
Oh, just to do it for his videos?
Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm gonna look up how much 3,000 Robux cost.
$30.
How much?
It's got to be $30, right?
Oh, it's actually cheap. Well, not cheap, but 4,000 Robux cost $18.
Oh, cheaper than I
American.
thought.
18 American bucks. So like 20.
There's so much weird shit on Roblox.
Yeah,
like when I played it on stream, I played a game called like Cat Funeral or something like that, and it was literally a cat's funeral where there was just chairs, and you go and sit around the gravesite of a cat.
I mean, that's just a kid who was having some issues dealing with his.
It wasn't a kid. It was weird.
Separation from his cat.
It was weird,
he just made the game.
No, it was weird. It wasn't a kid. It was weird as hell. I hate Roblox. Everything I've done in Roblox is just terrible. God awful.
I think I like watching Dangerously Funny because he plays those incremental games where you just like get slowly better. Like there's one where you just throw an object down.
Yeah.
Down a track and see how far it goes, and then you go back and you like pump iron and and then throw it further, and then you're like, oh, you're like throwing a pencil the first time, then you're like, oh, you unlock the golden pencil, which the more it's heavier, but the further you throw it, the more money you make, and
the
you go
golden
back and
pencil?
you unlock your pets to get more throwing power. It's ridiculous.
The golden pencil.
The golden pencil, and then you're throwing school desks around and.
Ooh.
Yeah,
but you can pay money to get a boost.
Yeah, you can pay money to unlock more pets.
Yeah,
you can unlock exclusive pets that give you like 20,000 throw power.
Oh my gosh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I like watching that.
I don't know. I played one that was totally a Marvel ripoff where I was like, you could unlock different Marvel characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way Marvel made this game.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, you can pay money to whatever, do other things, and I just was like, how does this get away with this in here? It's so crazy.
Well, I remember, was it last year we were talking about the new Roblox system where you can make like some pretty cool games?
Yeah.
People are now making like Rainbow Six Siege inside Roblox, and it's like leaning and like pinpoint accuracy shooting, and it's like almost the exact same game, but made in Roblox. It's like, what the hell?
They were doing that before. It just looked like Roblox.
Yeah. But
where
now
it'd be like a third-person, first-person shooter that played like Call of Duty, but just looked like dog shit.
Yeah.
And what's that new one that's everyone's playing that's not Roblox that looks like Roblox?
Oh yeah, what is that?
That's
called?
that remastered one or whatever.
I can't.
BattleBit?
Yeah, BattleBit. That's the one.
Fucking that game looks like dog shit too.
Apparently it plays really well though.
But it plays like what some of those Roblox games look like.
Yeah.
I've watched them and been like, oh, it looks so bad. I actually played one and was like, it plays like a tactical shooter, but fuck, it looks so bad. Just the worst art style.
Yeah, and now they look 1-to-1.
Yeah,
almost. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's if you put in the time. I'm sure if you put in the time to regular Roblox, you can make it look good.
Yeah, probably.
But everything uses like the default Roblox fucking Lego Man character that looks like dog shit.
And then there's the zombie one where you like buy zombies. And if you have 3 zombies of the same zombie, they merge in the next level zombie and you collect zombie samples from them, which you exchange for money to unlock more weapons, to fight more zombies, and then buy more zombies.
I've never heard of that one.
No, I can't remember what it's called, but it's interesting. All those stupid. Everything's stupid. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. THQ Nordic,
Yeah,
rather.
THC is something different.
It sure is. They had their digital showcase and they announced a bunch of games.
They did.
Earlier this month.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just go ahead and say them.
Okay.
Talk about them.
All right.
I watched all the trailers. I know you didn't.
No, I was sick, so I didn't even know this was going on. Because usually I'm the one that watches them and then I tell you about them.
I found it in the feed and I was like, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and watch all the trailers and see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Titan Quest 2.
Yes.
Which is a hack and slash and run around, beat up people.
Did you ever play Titan Quest?
No.
No, me neither. I've heard of it,
I'm
though.
just guessing.
I don't know what Titan Quest is all about.
I think I have Titan Quest on Steam, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Hang on.
This trailer is straight up just CGI.
I do have it.
It's nothing. I've heard of it before, but yeah, I've never played it before.
No, I haven't. I've never played it.
It says it got unimaginable challenges, striving for exquisite loot and combining different masteries, create unique, powerful character builds. It sounds like it's Diablo, but I don't know.
I think it's more like God of War.
Oh, really? That's weird.
That's the impression
a PC
I got.
Game.
Yeah. It's like God of War on PC, I guess.
Interesting. I'm not interested, actually. I said interesting, but no, not interested.
Not interesting. You said interested? Not interested. Gothic. They're remaking Gothic.
I've played a bit of Gothic before.
I feel like I have, like a long time ago.
It was on Xbox 360. Yeah, I have it.
Huh.
It's like an open world, sort of bad Skyrim or Oblivion, you know?
Yeah.
It's like one of those open world RPGs where it's like their eyes are bigger than their stomachs, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, kind of like, we really got these big ideas, but we're also like a really small company. So like, the ideas are cool, but they're not very well implemented.
Mm-hmm. This trailer that they showed was all in game.
It was in game?
It was all in game. Yeah.
That was in game?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's all in game. And
I thought it was CGI. I'd be interested. Like, I never beat Gothic, so I don't know if I'd buy another version of it. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't even think I bought it. It was probably for Games with Gold when I got it. But it was interesting. You know, I could see how I could enjoy it, but it's just like a little too janky.
Yeah.
But then again, like, I played Two Worlds and I beat that, and that game is like the exact same bullshitty Gothic, like super janky bad game.
Yeah.
With bad, like, you know, they couldn't make the game as big as they wanted to, but they did it anyways, even though they didn't have enough money. And I loved the shit out of the game. Most people panned that game, like the worst reviews you'll ever read, but man, I love that game.
Yeah. So. I mean, maybe this one will be another hidden gem once they remake it and put in all their big ideas that they wanted to do.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
South Park Snow Day. Which is it's the South Park crew, but it looks like it's a 4-player beat 'em up, but in 3D.
So, like third person?
Yeah, well, like overhead, run around, beat people up, kind of like a Diablo.
Oh,
but
interesting.
4 players on the same screen. And
in 3D. I see what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm going to guess it's going to be like a Diablo where you go around and you get new loot and stuff like that.
It's kind of, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's kind of funny how, from looking at the trailer and everything I read about it, it looks like this game, Matt Parker and Trey Stone don't have much to do with it.
Oh?
Well, just because like of the way that it doesn't seem to have much in the way of a story, you know? Because the last two they did, like the Fractured Butthole and
Stick of Truth,
like they're like narrative RPGs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And this kind of brings me back to like South Park games of like the N64 era, where it's just like a bullshit action game because why not, right?
Because yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it is got a nice story and everything like that. Yeah, it says grab up to 3 friends. Yeah, it probably is like a Diablo or maybe like Castle Crashers.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
I would say it's would probably be more like Castle Crashers, where you're upgrading your weapons and stuff, that style, rather than in a traditional Diablo style game.
It could be interesting. Like, I played a bit of Stick of Truth. I should really finish that. That was very funny when I played. Fractured Butthole looks hilarious as well. So, I haven't watched South Park in a long time, but like, the game was hilarious. Yeah,
I've heard that the games are really good. Never played either of them.
Yeah, I have.
I don't really watch South Park either.
I haven't in a long time. Well, I don't have cable anymore, so
yeah,
it's been like probably like 8 years since I had cable to watch it. So, yeah.
Outcast: A New Beginning.
Outcast.
Yes, A New Beginning. This is a first-player, third-person adventure survival kind of game.
This is like sort of a sequel or something like that.
I don't know.
I think I recognize the name Outcast.
I mean, probably a lot of games would be called Outcast. This game it looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like it's something that I might enjoy playing at some point.
Yeah, it does look cool, but I thought there was a...
It looks like it might be a little Metroidvania.
It kind of looks like it's got crafting, survival type stuff in it. Oh yeah, Outcast was a video game from 1999.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like the same logo.
Huh.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was an action adventure. It looks kind of open world-ish even for back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look intriguing anyways.
Yeah, that's something I would like to check out.
It also gives me Ark vibes. And Ark is terrible, so...
It looks like you got like a little wingsuit and you jetpack around and great movement, hopefully, if they do it right.
Yeah, it could be interesting, but it could also suck balls.
Yeah, yep. That's just like anything, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Space for Sale.
Space for Sale?
Yeah, it looks like a little... I don't know, it's just like a little... intergalactic, go around on planets, make some discoveries, build some stuff. It just looks pretty kind of generic, actually.
Kind of looks like Pikmin a little bit from the viewpoint.
Yeah, maybe a little like
it's like
Pikmin.
a third-person action adventure with building or something.
Yeah,
because he was stringing up some power lines. It looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, they worked. The company that did this did Little Big Workshop, which is a Little Big Planet thingy, I think. This could be interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird, that looks like a Game Pass game, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh no, Trine 5?
Whoever greenlit this trailer should be fired.
Well, it's like 5 people enjoying Trine 5.
4 people enjoying Trine 5. Very poorly acted. Like, what are you guys doing?
They got the Pizza Man working on Trine. Have you ever played Trine?
No, it looks like it'd be pretty fun.
I played Trine 3, I think.
I think Steam. I have one of them.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be pretty fun with its like 4-player co-op kind of deal.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't enjoy Trine 3 that much.
Who'd you play with?
Myself.
That's
what I'm best at. Playing with myself.
I suppose.
Yeah.
And then they showed off some Alone in the Dark, some of the characters.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. David Harbour.
Yeah.
Alone in the Dark. You ever played Alone in the Dark?
I played the remake on PlayStation. Maybe PlayStation. And it wasn't the best.
It's terrible. God awful. I remember, like, I played Resident Evil. And I was like, wow, this is like a new thing, like survival horror, like back in the day, PlayStation, you know? And then I would read in the magazines like, oh yeah, if you like Resident Evil, Alone in the Dark. You gotta try Alone in the Dark. So I rented Alone in the Dark and I was like, this game fucking sucks. But I also played a bit of it on the 360, which was a lot better.
Yeah.
But I would think nowadays they would probably get it correct.
Yeah,
it
probably.
might actually be a good game.
Yeah, I would imagine so, because it's like the format's been done a ton.
Yeah, but people still screw it up.
That's true.
But they got David Harbour in here, who's apparently a big gamer.
Is he?
Yeah,
I don't even know who he is.
He was in Stranger Things. He's an actor. He was Hellboy in the new Hellboy movie.
Oh yeah, he was the
he's like
cop.
the sheriff. Yeah.
The sheriff cop guy.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But he's a big gamer. I just saw an interview with him when they were talking to him about what games he's playing, and he's playing Diablo 4 and stuff like that. So I've been learning there's a lot of these actors nowadays that are like around the same age as us. Like David Harbour's a little older. And it's like, wow, these guys are all gamers now.
Yep.
It's kind of the way it is. Like,
it's just the way it is.
Same thing with politicians and stuff like that. Because back in the 90s, it'd be like, we gotta shut down this Mortal Kombat. Now the people that grew up on playing Mortal Kombat are being the guys that are politicians.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they'll just be like, no, video games don't cause people to commit violent acts. You're stupid.
Yeah.
And if you don't take that back, I'll kill you.
And then the game I'm most excited for, Last Train Home.
Yeah, it's like a third-person tactical war. What do you say?
It's got a lot of elements. It's got like adventure, like resource gathering,
this is like
train
XCOM
management.
on a train, right?
Yeah, and then you drive your train around, deploy your troops to like go get more resources, but you can have like XCOM style tactical battles.
Yeah,
it looks super cool. For me, anyway, because I love trains and I love tactical combat.
I liked the train part I saw at the start, and then the fighting started, and I kind of was like, oh, no, thank you. It looked like Train Tycoon or Railroad Tycoon at the start, which I played a lot of whenever I went to my friend's house, because he had a PC that had it.
Yeah, and you can like equip. It looks like you can equip your train with multiple different cars, like hospital cars, workshop cars, and stuff like that, and upgrade those and research stuff. And it looks. I'm digging it. It looks cool.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Yes. Very niche title, though.
Oh, extremely niche.
That's a weird one. They didn't have much to show on this show here.
Yeah. Tempest Rising. I started watching the trail on this, and I'm like, this sounds terrible. Like, this sounds cheeseball. And then it's like, oh, this is like someone's copying Red Alert, Command and Conquer.
Oh, so it has like crazy, cheesy story, basically.
Yeah. And it's RTS. RTS, just like Command and Conquer. It looks like a Command and Conquer game. And I'm like, okay, this looks kind of cool now.
Okay. Once you saw the premise and how it led to the gameplay.
Yeah. Once I saw their inspiration, figured out who their inspiration was, I was like, okay, that's all right by me then.
No, apparently there's a playable teaser right now on Steam.
Hello.
You can try it out.
Oh,
I don't like RTS. I never have. I've played some in the past, but it's just I prefer to take my time. I got turn-based.
Yeah.
Like, I like not SimCity. Sid Meier's, like, Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
That's my kind of strategy game. Or like,
I always liked the RTS style. I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to get into it now.
Yeah.
With my advanced age.
Yeah, but if you were just playing story mode.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Competitive, no? Like, no, you'd get pooped on.
Oh yeah, 100%. My APM isn't high enough for that.
It's probably just because I never played PC gaming.
Probably.
I played Command and Conquer on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you all you need to know.
Yeah. What the hell does this game say?
Recreation?
Is that what it is? Recreation?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my eyeballs couldn't read that word properly. It's a like build your own track kind of car racing game. It looks very Hot Wheels.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's lots of crashing.
Yeah.
Cross with Burnout. It looks, I think I've seen a trailer for this before. I think they showed this off before. showing, that it was coming or whatever.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. I mean, I liked Burnout, crashing and whatnot.
Yeah, Burnout was great.
But like building a track, I don't know if that's something I need to do. Maybe if they, let me download tracks or whatever, it could be fun.
I would imagine they would.
But it kind of just looks like you're just mowing down shit on the road. Like, who cares? We put a hay bale on the road. You drive through it. Like, okay.
It's all about driving through it.
That's cool, I guess. Yeah, there definitely is some wrecking to it. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I see some crashing and whatnot. Yeah, it could be fun. It's another one where I'd be like, if it comes to Game Pass, I'd maybe check it out.
Maybe
but
you'll download it, give it a hot install.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, no, not for me.
Nothing on this list so far I'm really buying.
Yeah.
Except for
Way of the Hunter.
Tikamu Plains DLC. You know what? I've played a hunting game before,
Yeah.
and I kind of like this idea as it maybe a guy who was going to be like, I'm going to go do some trophy hunting will now be like, I can just trophy hunt in my living room. So we don't need some white guy to go to Africa to kill a lion.
I suppose not.
I don't mind hunting for like food and whatnot, but it's these dipshits that go to be like, yeah, I killed an elephant. What for? Oh, to kill an elephant. Like, that's the
it's just
whole
ridiculous.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Know,
ridiculous.
can you eat elephant?
I don't know.
I would think probably. You can eat anything, really, but
Yeah, as long as you cook it.
I just assume it'd be really rubbery.
Probably.
Especially the skin.
Yeah.
You could make
You can't crisp that skin
You could
up.
make some pork rinds, deep fry it, some elephant rinds.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it just sounds... Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunting, whatever.
Yep. Then the last thing, the big reveal.
The big reveal of nothing.
The big reveal of nothing. TMNT, The Last Ronin.
Yeah. What kind of game is it?
Who knows? This trailer was awful.
Yeah.
It's the official trailer. It's 40 seconds long. It shows you a bunch of candles.
Yeah. And just that it's in development.
Yeah.
The rumor is it's kind of like going to be like Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Open world.
That'd be cool.
Action samurai game.
Yeah.
But that's just the rumor. Like,
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows what it is? I like the turtles, I guess. I
like
know
turtles.
if I played a turtle game. Yeah, I like turtles. I think the last Ninja Turtle game I played was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, on the Super Nintendo.
Didn't you play through a Turtles game
Oh,
recently?
yeah, that's right. There was the new arcade one.
Yeah.
I did play that. That's
Yeah.
right. I totally forgot about that one. That one was fun, but that's like, not like any of the other turtle games that have come out since then. Like in between with the 3D action Terrible Turtles games.
3D action Terrible Turtles.
Yeah. Actually, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun game, yeah. I'm interested in this game, I guess, if it's like something good. But like licensed games generally suck boners.
Yeah.
So I'm not too expecting too much with it.
They would have to do it. I'd be interested in it if it was like the Turtles role-playing game where you could like have multiple different mutations for your creatures and stuff.
You're gonna be Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, or Michelangelo.
What if I want to be Bebop or Rocksteady?
No, sorry, you might beat up Bebop or Rocksteady, but this is not going to be an RPG like that, dude.
That'd be cool.
Well,
I would do that.
Yeah,
I wonder if I have the Turtles rulebook over there.
I have it. I have it.
Yeah, Bio E points. Let's go.
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RPG. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I found that one at the thrift store.
Nice.
Back when you could like find stuff like at the thrift store for like $1.
Yeah.
Now everything at the thrift store is like, no, that's $20. Yeah. Nothing really set me on fire here. Maybe the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and possibly Outcast.
Yep.
But it's hard to say without knowing more.
Yeah, the only one for me is that train game. I like trains.
Yep. I like trains too, but
I like trains and turn-based tactical combat.
I had a train game for the Dreamcast. I think it was Railroad Tycoon, like whatever number, I don't know. But it ran on... Do you remember the Dreamcast had the Windows ME logo on it? Yeah, so Railroad Tycoon ran on Windows ME on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And that was the slowest loading game of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so stupid. Yeah, it ran on Windows ME on the Dreamcast.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Ridiculous. I remember buying it and being like, how long am I going to be waiting to play this game? Just crazy.
Yes.
Anyways.
Ladies and gentlemen. Game Club.
Oh, baby. It's arrived.
Each week, we play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval. We've never done timed interval of a game, and then we talk about it. And of course, now we have switched over to a new game
from System Shock.
From System Shock.
Yep.
And we are now playing The Wolf Among Us
from Telltale.
Yep. And we played the first episode.
Is that
Faith.
what it's called? Yes, Faith.
I'm gonna just go and start by saying this game didn't age well.
It didn't age well?
I don't think it aged well.
Whoa, why
just
not?
The animations, the way things, like the mechanics, fine. They're fine. But the way I'm playing it on PC, and it is a chore to play on PC because I'm trying to play it on my couch with a mouse and keyboard, and that's awful. But just the way some of the animations look and stuff like that. No, you can't.
Oh my God.
You can't use a controller on PC.
Oh wow.
Just some of the way that, like I said, some of the way the animations look and stuff like that.
That's just the Telltale animation system. It
looks awful.
It's because the system wasn't really made to animate stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. The animations are bad. I agree. But the story is where it's at. Yeah,
this takes place in the fictional world where the fictional characters, like fairy tale characters, have been like banished from their realm and are now living on Earth. And they, everyone's in disguise. Not everyone's in disguise. Most people are in disguise in a human form using a magic spell called Glimmer.
I don't know.
Glamour?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I can't remember.
And you have to get it from like a witch.
Yeah.
And it costs big bucks. Yeah. Big bucks. And if you have like a family, you got to pay for all of them to get glamored up, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we're playing as Big B Wolf.
Yes. Oh yeah, Big B Wolf.
Big B Wolf. Yeah. Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
And he is the sheriff of everyone. Everyone's trying to like get along. Like the past is the past. Some people still bring up the past, you know. Yeah. Big B Wolf, he's blowing people's houses
he's eating
down.
Some pigs and whatnot.
He's, eating pigs. He's terrorizing Little Red Riding Hood, all that kind of stuff. But that's in the past. Everyone's kind of like
that's the way he was written.
That's the way he was written. Yeah.
Now he's like a real person.
Now he's a real person. He's in disguise. He's like a gruff 80s sheriff.
Yeah, also like he's got the heart of gold, but also like pretends to not care about anything, but secretly does care about everything.
That's if you play him like that.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess so.
So playing this, I'm trying to play it differently than how I would normally play it.
Oh, really?
Making different decisions because I'm like
you're being a doucher?
Yeah. Because we're going to make the same decisions because that's just how we are. Whenever we're playing these kind of games, we tend to make the same decisions. And so I'm trying to play it differently where I'm not going to make the same decisions that I normally would.
Okay. So like when you're at the start of the game and you're like, you can give the, what was her name? Faith? No, was that who that was?
Yeah.
The prostitute?
The prostitute, yeah. Faith.
So you didn't give her any money?
I actually gave her money.
Well, that's what I did.
There's some stuff I know we're going to do together. So I'm like,
because then when it came time to buy or spend money, I'm like, oh, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
I gave it to the hooker. Yeah.
But it's one of these Telltale games where, your decisions affect how the story plays out.
But I wonder if it actually does affect the way you think it does, because...
Well, I'm curious as to what'll happen to the characters in your story and what you saw and how everything was played. So the story plays long, of course, and you go to Toad's apartment block.
Yeah.
You have your scuffle with the woodsman.
Yeah.
Because he's the woodsman.
Yeah. Or natural enemies.
Yeah, natural enemies, the woodsman and the wolf.
Yeah.
And, did you go flying out the window? Is that a thing that happens to everyone?
I didn't go flying out the window.
Okay, so in our scuffle,
he went flying out the window.
We both went flying out the window.
Oh, did we both? Oh, yeah, we both did fly out the window, right?
I thought landed right on Toad's car.
Yeah, we destroyed Toad's car.
No,
we both did fly out the window.
Yeah,
I thought he went out the window by himself.
And and then Faith sticks an axe in the back of the head. And that's when you learn that
they can't really die.
They can't really die.
They can die, but
but that's an axe to the head is not going to be the thing that kills
you have to
anybody.
remove the head from the body.
Which happens.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So Faith, we don't know what fairy tale she's from.
Yeah.
And and she ends up, she's a prostitute. We give her some money so that her pimp isn't going to beat her up.
Yeah.
And we go back to Big B's apartment. We learn that he's become friends with one of the three pigs.
Yeah.
There's a place called the farm where if you don't have Glimmer, you can get sent to the farm because there's a lot of animals that are just like sentient, right?
Yeah.
And so Pig
escapes the farm.
He escapes the farm and comes to Big B's house and is just
likes to get drunk.
Yeah, just likes to get drunk and watch TV.
And guilts him into it. Be like, remember when you destroyed my house and ate my brothers and whatnot? Give me a drink.
Yeah.
So he was there,
Yeah, I have to remember when I'm playing Baby Wolf, I gotta play him more of an asshole.
Yeah.
Because there's some stuff where I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you can play him any way you want.
No, I know, but I want to have a more different outcome than...
Have you played a Telltale game like this before?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you a little anecdote about The Walking Dead, which came out before this. This is sort of what they cut their teeth on these sort of story-based ones. And I'll tell you how the decisions work at least in The Walking Dead for some of these things. So in The Walking Dead, there's a scene where you're on the farm and you're working and there's a young kid on a tractor and a slightly older teenage boy working on the fence.
Yeah.
And the zombies attack, right? So up to this point in the game, we've been with the young kid the whole time and we've come to the farm where the younger teenager works at. So we don't know him as well, right?
Yeah.
So the first time I played the game, the attack, and you can choose who are you going to save. So I'm like, I'll save the young kid, right?
Yeah.
So you get him off the tractor, and then you try to save the other kid, but it's too late. He gets killed by a zombie, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I wonder what happens, if the other thing happens.
Yeah.
I try the other kid, right? There's a young kid. What happens? Because then afterwards you save the young kid, and his dad's like, oh, thank you so much for saving my kid. So I was like, what happens if I do it the other way? So I do it again, and I'm like, I'll save the older kid. Well, the older kid still dies, but now everyone's pissed at me because I didn't try to save the young kid.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you choose. The young kid survives, but now the dad's mad at me. So I don't know how it's going to work in this game. If there's a choice...
Yeah.
And you choose this and I choose this for someone dying, if it's actually going to do that. Yeah. We'll see when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But that's the way it was in the Walking Dead one.
I guess we're going to know very quickly here because there's a decision where we might have split up.
Yes, maybe. So I know what you're talking about. And I know this is an actual choice that makes a difference. But I think this is a minor character, so I don't know if it matters as much.
Yeah.
But part of the whole story is we got called to a disturbance at the huntsman's house. People are fighting. Toad calls us. We go there. We break up because the huntsman, he wasn't beating the woman, but he didn't have money.
She was bruised.
Yeah, but she didn't have money because he wanted to be prostitute, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the toad called us, and then we have to go back later because the toad... We're trying to track down... Anyways, the whole story, blah, 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 blah. But we figure out what her Faith's fairy tale is.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird one about...
Yeah, it's a German one.
Yeah, about her husband was a prince or something like that, and he had a woolen... Or not a woolen, but a fur shawl, or she had a fur shawl that she could wear.
To hide her beauty.
And, it's a weird one I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
And we're at the mayor's office, I guess. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to figure out information, and we're working with Snow White to... Yeah,
and the mayor is Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, and he's a bit of a doucher. And we're working with Snow White trying to find information about it. So you can go read in books and everything, and you can go ask in the mirror about hey, show me
The mirror was really cool. I really like this mechanic where you could ask the mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
And you have to like,
You have to say a rhyme.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
And the mirror's like, you have to say it. It's how it works.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you can look at anyone who you that kind of have a lead on.
Yeah. So I look at her, you can look at anyone, basically.
Yeah.
I looked at Snow White. She's just like in the room with us.
I did too. She's just like in the room. Then the mirror's like, she's just over there, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So you look and you see her, Faith, and you look and you see Faith's princely husband, who's been attacked, basically.
Yeah.
And then it's time to go. And why did we want to, like, what was the deal with Faith? Why was it that we were in a rush to see Faith? Like, I know with the guy, he's like, looks like he's been hurt.
Yeah.
But
well, we're
Faith?
just trying to figure out Faith.
Oh, and we don't, but when we asked to show her, we didn't see her though, did we?
No, because she's dead already at that point.
Oh, right. Because we saw her head.
Yeah. Well,
right,
yeah. Because when you come down, when you go back to your apartment, hang out with Pig, Snow White comes and knocks on your door and you have to go downstairs and Faith's head's on the,
obviously left out to like displayed, basically.
Yeah.
So, but we could go somewhere before we went to the
we could go
house.
see Toad, or we could go to the princess house.
Yeah, Toad is like, something's happening. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
And the guy's in trouble too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to go talk to Toad first.
Yeah, I went to talk to Toad too.
Okay. Yeah, I went to Toad first. Well, I thought the guy was already dead. So I was like, it doesn't matter. He's dead. He wasn't dead. He was alive. And you can save him. You can save him.
You can save him?
You can save him.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
But no, he died for both of us.
Well, damn.
We go to Toad's. We have to use our detective abilities to like convince him to tell us the truth
about what was happening there. Because you come in, it's been a ruckus. When you show up to the house, you can see that someone is in the woodsman's apartment when you're downstairs, and you go and knock on Toad's door, and you can see that there's been a scuffle in here somewhere, somehow, and Toad just lies through his teeth.
And Toad's son is like, "Oh, daddy, daddy, daddy," you know, all upset. So obviously something happened. So you have to like look at evidence in the room to convince Toad to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them wrong with what I said about the evidence, and Toad clammed up, but I did get to the bottom of it eventually. About what was happening, and I got the her like cloak back and everything like that. But there was a couple where I said the wrong thing, and he just was like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know what you're talking about. Though I did like how he said they were just faffing about in there.
Yeah, just faffing about.
Yeah, pretty good. We then have to go to the husband's house, whatever.
The princess.
He's dead. Well, he does talk to you for whatever, a second, but then he dies. But yeah, you can save him if you go to him first, but
interesting. Yeah.
Live and learn, right? We learned some more information about what's going on there, but we still don't really know what's going on. We know something's happening, some whatever.
Yeah.
But like why? You know?
Yeah.
There's a killer. Why did she
Serial
get killed?
killer.
Yeah, like what's going on? But we don't know anything yet, really.
Yeah.
We meet Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Private Detective Tweedledee and Private Detective Tweedledum.
It's kind
supposedly a private detective.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to see all the characters, and like when they show up, you're like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Ichabod Crane, interesting.
Oh, it's D and Dumb. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see who else we see in the whole thing.
Yeah.
How did we even get onto where the huntsman was in that bar?
Oh, yeah. So you go to the bar and you're looking for the huntsman.
But how did we know to go there? I don't remember.
Matchbook?
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
maybe?
There was.
No. D tells you.
Oh, right.
Because D comes bursting out of the closet when you're at the prince's house, and he's like, and then he runs away. And you chase him down, and you finally catch up to him, and he tells you about this bar that the woodsman.
And then we get clobbered by his brother, so they get away.
Yeah, and you go to.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe we make a different choice here too.
You go to the bar.
Yeah.
And you're looking for the huntsman, the woodsman.
No one likes us in there.
No one likes you in there because you're Big B Wolf, and nobody likes you everywhere except for Snow White. And Toad kind of is okay with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're in the bar and you can see, and no one's like, the woodsman, don't even know who he is. And then meanwhile, there's pictures of the woodsman on the wall hanging out with people.
Yeah.
And once you hang out long enough, he eventually comes stumbling out of the bathroom.
Yeah. But did you not have a fight with the gargoyle guy?
No, that happened after he came out of the bathroom.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Because he tries to like defend the huntsman, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bothering him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets his shit fucking beat out of him by the gargoyle guy.
Yeah, there's a gargoyle guy, and then there's the barmaid is a troll of sorts.
Yeah, they're both like something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a brutal fight, though.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was brutal. And then once the fight's all done, Tweedledee or Dumb comes into the bar, and you have to make a decision. Who are you going to arrest?
Yeah.
Who are you going to go after?
I stayed with the huntsman, or the woodsman.
Oh, I went after Tweedledee.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, so I arrested the Tweedledee boy.
Yeah.
Did you actually get the huntsman?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's just there, and you're like, I'm taking you in. He's like, okay.
But I had to choose too, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So the huntsman got away from me.
Yeah, I took the huntsman in.
Yeah. And then we get to the end of the chapter, and we're going home, and there's police outside your apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a whole thing we missed too, where they kind of threw a monkey wrench at you, where it's like they give you an idea of what's going to happen with the Beast and Beauty.
Yeah.
Because Beauty's sneaking off on Beast and like, don't tell him you saw me. I got to go take care of business. I'm living a high-risk lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
So you kind of think like, oh, this is going to be Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a head on the step and it's, oh my God, it's Snow White.
Yeah.
No.
So I wondered if that was going to be different for us,
Yeah.
depending on the choices that we made. But
No.
it's Snow White.
Yeah.
Dead.
But when I was like, what? No, not Snow White. What the fuck?
I know. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I got to see what happens next. Fuck. Because I thought it was going to be Beauty for sure.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, okay.
Well, when I saw it was a head, I was like, okay, that's Beauty, right? Because she's been sneaking around behind Beast and, you know, telling Big B to like, oh, don't tell him you didn't see me. And again, with these type of games, it has like when you do a choice, it'll say like in the top of the screen, like, oh yeah, they didn't like that you said that. They'll remember that. You know, oh, you chose not to tell Beast the truth. It's like, oh, fuck.
But like when it was with, it's funny. I'm like every time that happened, after Faith got her head ripped off, I was like, will they though? Will they remember if they're dead?
Yeah. Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
But they showed the little preview of the next episode, and I'm like having a fight with Beast.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't like that I didn't tell him that I knew where Beauty was going.
Yeah. I said the same thing as well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was like, fuck, I can't play anymore. God damn it. And that was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
'Cause I played it like whatever Monday night after the last podcast we did. So it's been like a long time since I played it.
Yeah, it's really, the storyline is really interesting. I really like the world building in it.
Yeah.
Like the way everything's laid out, where like the fables are just hanging out with regular people, but you know, they're in disguise and everyone's in like rundown apartments and stuff.
Well, I'm assuming we'll see some like rich ass motherfuckers later, because I think some of the fables will have like a little more than these guys.
Yeah, probably,
depending on what their fable was, you know. Because Snow White seemed to be pretty well done. Yeah, up, you know, she looked nice and she had nice clothing and nice hairstyle and everything like that. So who knows though? But yeah, I was like, wow, so good.
Yeah,
no wonder. Really that's like the highest rated Telltale one, basically. And the voice acting was good. Yep. Everything was nice that way. And when I listen to The Walking Dead, sometimes on like the voices, I'm like, oh, it's not so good. But everything was good in this one. I'm excited to see the next episode.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yes, me too.
It's been very good.
Very good. All right, that brings us to the end of this episode of the Streamvoid podcast. If you liked what you heard, make sure to go ahead and, find us on your old listening station and give us a review.
Yes, please.
Join the Discord down there.
Yes, please.
In the description. Let us know how well we're doing. And if you want to be part of GameClub, there's always a forum discussion there that will, you can post your thoughts on the game that we're playing. because you
Please
should
do.
play Game Club along
It was
with us.
free on Epic, so you might have it if you weren't a wiener.
Yes, indeed.
Exactly.
All right, we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.